Hello and welcome to the Banter Blitz show. I don't even get to the full screen picture because I don't want to irritate you with the 15% discount, which is by far not the best that you can get at the moment. First of all, I have to do this. Yeah, so if you want to go premium on Chess24, make sure you get the best possible discount with, I think, 40% at the moment, right? For study chess as the code. So first of all, let's start a game before I do anything else. I have the chats on, that's good. So if you got any questions, remarks, suggestions, or anything like that, make sure to use the chat window of your choice. I should have a look at every single one of them, I think. Yep. Now, this guy is not making a move. That's not really a good way to play a game or playing a move. The Sharky Horse. Let's play. Oh, I think now I clicked on somebody else, right? Judge World. But it's a premium, at least. Sometimes if you misclick. Okay, Sharky Horse is in the chat. I will play him later for sure, if he's still around. So I have a Sicilian on the board. This is a 3-minute game. This is kind of important. I don't mind 3 minutes at all, but I sometimes have a bit of a wrong timing in those games because it switches back and forth from 3 minutes to 5 minutes. And then, you know, I'm in that mode for 5 minutes and all of a sudden, like, oops, what happened here? Where is the time? Where's the time is probably bad English, but I think you get my point. Where did I spend the time? It's rather the right way to put it. Okay, yeah, I'm going to cover that knight on d5. Judge World is a new opponent, right? Yeah, never played him before. He's taking it's taking a long time here for a relatively simple early opening position. What's going on? Okay, just gives me the bishop pair. Could have taken with the bishop as well, but it's probably not a huge difference. Okay, knight c5 could be annoying. I don't want to move the e6 bishop again or give up my dark squared bishop. So that looks okay. Knight d5 might happen. Yeah, castling queenside would be good, but this is illegal, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, that's a good move, maybe. Knight c7 is the thing. It's really difficult, yeah, to not give up the bishop pair now, so I'm going to go here. Knight d6 is also possible. I can move the king now and keep my bishop pair. I really love my bishops. Could be, oops, that was a weird thing to happen. Now rook d7 maybe, rook d8. Have to watch out for the time that I'm not too slow. Okay, and so we get this off the board and finally move my pawns. So I managed to keep my pair of bishops. Now f4 is a threat, trapping the bishop. He has to, yeah, he has to react in some way. So he did. So let's take here maybe and h6. Now I have a 3-on-2 pawn majority. Oh, and now he gives me a passer. A pass pawn. Pretty. It was not necessary yet to do that. Stepping out of knight d4, forking me. Now activate. And pawns should be pushed. Now those two pawns are very dangerous now. another check. Now the bishop pair is really looking strong. But how do we do that? F3 coming? That wasn't very good, probably. No, shouldn't step into knight d6. No, go here. So, knight e5 maybe was a thing. Twitch chat says chill stream. Yeah, I don't like to panic. I mean, I do panic sometimes. But okay, come on, let's push that pawn. He's still fighting pretty well. This one. And now I can start to take pawns. The thing is, a6 is hanging. And then, no, not making a draw here. King d5, no. Okay, let's grab stuff. He still has a problem with the knight. The knight has no squares out. Here we go. I do a German stream. This is happening right after this one. I do 90 minutes of English language and then 90 minutes German. So if you want to have a German show, you just have to basically stay tuned. Okay. Yeah. This is probably a draw, right? I will probably win this on time. I'm going to offer him a draw. He declined? Really? Wow. Yeah, I won on time. I mean, okay, this is made in a couple of moves, but how is this made? Let's just check how exactly the mate is happening. I have to just lose a move there. Yeah, like this, huh? This is the mate. Okay. Ooh. Now, thanks for the game, Judge World. So, first of all, I wanted to accept this challenge from what was the name? The one with the horse. I don't see him now. The Sharky Horse. I wanted to click on that challenge, but it didn't happen somehow. Ah, there it is. Sharky Horse. It's a new opponent. So, oops. Let's go e4. Where's he from? The Netherlands. Okay. So, yeah, maybe play the Spanish opening. What about the exchange? Yeah, this is a well-known line, bishop g4. And now h5 is the normal response. It looks a little bit odd. As a remark, check your sound system. The sound is the same as it usually is. I haven't changed anything and it's probably fine. I'm not sure. Is there somebody else who's got a sound issue? It's very low. I didn't change anything, so maybe turn up your volume. Anybody else experience some sound issues? It's sometimes tricky. There's sometimes also settings that can be problematic. Oh, that's a funny one. Queen g6, and if I then take the rook, can take on g3, and this is a pin. That's really funny. Whoa. So bishop d8, Queen takes g3. Wow. So what do I do here? I don't want to blunder stuff. I can do that, which is not particularly great. There's a suggestion that I should sing my analysis. No, not going to do that. Isn't queen g4 good? Yes, that's true. I'm not yet fully awake, I think. Okay, now d1. This is just equal, I guess. I would probably still prefer to be white here. The double pawn. Okay, I play c5 voluntarily. Okay. Yeah, queen g4 was indeed winning an exchange. Yeah, bishop h4 was a pretty silly decision. Okay, now he's probably planning knight b4. This one, okay. I don't know. I don't want to trade really, but the alternatives are not particularly great either. I need to activate this bishop, so f4 seems reasonable. His bishop is always a little bit dodgy here, doesn't do much. Yeah. I don't think this is so great, honestly. Because now that pawn looks pretty weak. It should be lost immediately, actually. No, I'm attacking it twice and I don't see a way for black to provide an additional defender. So I'm winning the e5 pawn pretty much for no compensation. Yeah, it's just a pawn. So take it. Okay, we'll take on d3, I guess. If I take with the rook, there's probably rook e8, so pawn takes is to be preferred. And it's still a bit of a technical task. It's just a pawn. And it still has to be converted. Maybe g6 now. Yeah. Okay, I'm going g4, king g2. Centralizing the king. Okay. Maybe rook f8 and a bishop to b6 from black. Okay. Let's go here. Yeah, this is not a totally automatic win. You still have to convert this. I'm pretty optimistic because of the time. The 2.5 minutes time advantage is pretty important. I don't think he will manage to avoid a time loss. So I'm ready to centralize. Maybe b4 or d4 was better, actually. Okay, so this is... I wanted to do this anyway, so king e5 is helpful. Prepare rook f6. Yeah, now I've got d5, so I can win a bit of time. Oh, okay. An additional pawn. So, and this way I'm getting this pawn promoted. Yeah, and he resigns. I think he did a good job there. One thing, I was completely blind in this particular moment. I was pretty impressed that he had seen that this is not good for me at all. I'm losing a queen there. But what I did not see is I can check here. And actually he can go rook d7. I just see that now. So that doesn't even win material. So queen g4 wasn't even a huge improvement. At least I don't see it. Maybe it's better than bishop h4. You can argue about that because this is just completely equal, right? Okay, thanks for the game, the Sharky Horse. Dodo Momo 007. I played him once and lost. Okay. So let's see what happens. Dodo Momo 007. Okay. Okay, f4. Interesting. And this should be quite okay for black. It looks a bit like a French defense where the bishop is outside of the pawn chain. Oh, okay. A bit surprised there because after I take on f3, I should win the d4 pawn without any particular compensation. Yeah, just a pawn. Now, do we go back or take? That's a valid question. I think taking is probably the quickest way to develop. f5 is a little bit irritating. I'm going to stop that using a tempo for that. g6, it's a bit slow, but f5 looks irritating. White has blundered the d4 pawn, but just from a purely development point of view, his position is not so bad. Okay, so if I go d4, what's going on there? Well, there is knight e4 potentially coming to f6, and that looks very, very dangerous actually. Okay, so I probably shouldn't go d4, but now it's a threat. Yeah, d4 is a threat now, winning a piece. So he has to do something about it. Before d4, knight e4 takes, knight f6 check. Whew, that probably is a bit too much. But now d4 I think is a real threat, as I'm ready to just castle away to safety. He plays that anyway. That is probably not too bad decision given the problematic nature of White's position. What I'm trying to say is he's just so completely worse that you have to do something drastic, play for tricks or so, and maybe this is not such a bad way to try that. Okay, how do we play? Bishop g7, I have rook g8. What about going for queenside castling? This looks fairly safe actually. I just castle queenside next. I'm a bit surprised that he has a decision here, because don't you have to go king h1? I mean, there is no queen f2, queen e3, whatever. Yeah, okay. No. I by the way, I did not see anything particularly wrong about taking e5, but there is no real reason to open files for White. Okay, maybe now. The thing is that I can go to g4, which is a pretty good square. Still, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So let's go to g4. Rook c1 maybe, threatening discovered attack. But I can go king b8 and bishop to d6. That looks safe, right? Knight a4. I'm regretting this a little bit that I have grabbed e5. As I said, it can be tricky. Knight a4, no, doesn't want to do that. Now I'm threatening mate on h2, of course. It's an important tempo. You know what? This is maybe not the best move, but it's the simplest. Threatening mate, rook h3. Yeah, that was the simplest to sacrifice on h2 because then his attack is simply stopped. So, and I had much more time. Thanks for the game, Dodo Momo 007. Okay, Ardaus, didn't we try to play last time and it didn't work? Or no, we actually, I think we did play, right? Let's play. Okay, got black. Let's pre-move e6, almost. Nah, this is it's a bit offbeat, but let's try something else. Okay. Just go for this collar setup. Collie always sounds weird, like it's a dog. It's probably collar, right? I think he was Belgium, Belgian, no. From Belgium is right, but how do you call somebody from Belgium? Okay. Question, where am I from? I'm from Germany. A Belgian, yes. A Belgian, yes, that makes sense. Okay, oh, that's mean. South Dutch. Now, okay, what is Ardaus up to? I built up a hedgehog formation. That's oh, I'm going to take that. I'm not going to pass this opportunity to damage his pawn structure, getting a bit of an imbalance into the position. Taking is not bad. Queen h4 makes sense. I go queen h4. At what age did I start to play chess is a question. I'm not totally sure when I learned the rules, but pretty young, I guess. But I never played, at least I don't remember playing. But I played a bit more seriously. Oops, I did not see that coming. Ouch, that's an interesting move. Queen h3, bishop f1. Okay. That traps my queen. Okay. This one, to be cautious here, yeah? It's a rook e4 is a dangerous move. I studied chess a bit more closely when I was about 12, 13, and then yeah, I joined a club and so on. Then it got more serious. Okay. I'm not sure what you're trying to say in the Twitch chat. Peter Spiriev, if I'm getting this pronounced correctly, about he's asking about a King's Gambit line, but the line that you are, I mean, you're talking about a game, a Fischer Spassky, but there was a different line that, wow, what do I do now? This one? Spassky simply could not take on f7. That's a different variation. This is really dangerous. Knight f5 and stuff. Hui hui hui. Let's go here. Knight f5, I can take h3. Okay, now I can take this. Bishop f1. There's queen g2 mate. Oops. Didn't cover the mate. I'm going to do that. So, thanks for playing Ardaus. I become an EM relatively late, in 2012. That is really relatively late because I got the playing level to be an IM already for a long time before, but I never managed to get that final norm. You need norms to fulfill norms to get the higher titles in chess like IM and GM. And I somehow, due to my own shortcomings, never really got to that final third norm. And I only managed to score that in 2011 and became an international master the year later. It always takes a moment for FIDE to process all that information. Okay, interesting. I played a King's Indian, not my usual opening, but why not? Why can I not take e4 here, Violine? I think I can, right? It's a big center pawn. Am I overlooking something? I don't think I am. Weird. Weird. Okay, so let's develop. Okay, the rook on the d file. This is a little bit irritating. I'm stopping this maybe. Yeah, let's stop. c5 potentially. Knight on e4 is strong. It's pretty difficult for him to dislodge that. I might go to c5 though. Okay. Now, do we go to c5? Another move that is generally interesting is b5, undermining the pawns, but it's probably a little bit slow. f3 is not really something that I'm concerned about. I only have a bit of a problem here to move my pieces, honestly. b6 is a bit weak. So, okay, I basically waited. No, not really. My name always was like the real correct spelling. Like Chess Explained is two correct words connected, but on Twitch it has to be without the E, because they don't allow sex in a handle. So I had to do it without the E to be in accordance with Twitch rules. So probably white wants to play the knight away and then attack d6 here. Maybe this one for bishop h6. Losing a bit of control here. Maybe he wants to sacrifice on e5, right? Anyway, let's do this. Oh. Okay. Still winning in exchange, but this is by far not clear as d6 is falling. Anyway, I have to do it. Yeah, so this is not a clear position at all. Ah, shoot. I was totally winning because white just blundered the big center pawn and I did not play it well, really. This is not good for black. Not good at all. How did that happen? Bad technical play by me. After e4 was blundered, I should win that easily, but I did not manage. Yeah, the two pawns are extremely dangerous, and white's pieces are pretty well connected. This knight e5, knight c5, moves like that. Not easy. Maybe can even just take, huh? Yeah, that's super annoying. That he could blunder e4 and still win the game. Yeah. Even a6 was possible, I think. Yeah, it's just completely lost, unfortunately. How did this game turn around so drastically is a really good question in the chat, because I think I just played like a clown. I kind of thought it would win itself, you know, just play like whatever, and because white played very badly, you kind of assume he would continue like that, but it doesn't happen. Sometimes they play the first part of the game terribly and then well, and that happened here. Okay, so I'm not totally lost anymore. Still very bad, but it's not totally lost. Rook e3 is a threat. Wow, I'm kind of back in this game somehow. Rook on a4 is of course really nicely placed. It's looking at the a pawns and so on. It's nice. Rook e3, again the threat. Probably he will go back. He will not go back. Okay, this one, threatening f3. Okay, f3 is pretty substantial now. f3 check. King cannot take, you know. And how do we win now? I can take a, you know, I cannot take a5. Okay, so let's just take this then. I can take a5. And I can take this. Wow. That was very strange. I have no clue how I won this thing. No idea. It was very weird. But I'm mostly irritated that I kind of like here. This is just lost for white, right? But I could not. Or maybe this is not. I mean, maybe it's not lost. I mean, the pawn on d6 and the square on d5 is kind of a thing. I probably did something bad. I mean, I did something bad for sure. I just wonder what it was. Huh, okay. Yeah, thanks for the game, Violine 18 or Violin 18. Now, do we have some new challenges here? This one. So let's go d4. Yeah, I think you had some compensation. Well, it was a bit odd, but I think there was some. Okay, Khan Chan Nefeta Skin 7. That's a complicated name for me at least. So, what's going on here? I can go c4. I usually play g3 here, according to my book. And I get punished right away for c4. They take the pawn. Okay. Yeah, queen b3, maybe. Double attacking. That's made. Yeah, thanks for the game, Kane Feta Skin 7. Complicated again. All right, Iron Bar. Have I played him before? Iron Bar. Wow, Chess Blitz has got 3,129. Got to be kidding me. That is high. I'm leading 6-3 in our encounters. Okay. Okay. Maybe I should have taken, huh? I think you can take there first, though. Knight here. I don't think this is a position where you can sacrifice. Knight b5, ab bishop to 97. Okay. I will take with the knight. Okay. That's painful. That is painful. Yeah, it's a double check on c7. And I probably have to take on f3 then, huh? Yeah, I don't know. This is unfortunately immediately lost. You cannot even fight. Knight a8, queen a8, there's even b4. Wow. Why wouldn't he play b4? That is probably also winning, but so check. d7 is hanging. Very, very strange game. It's a very weird game. Maybe I should simply take here. I mean, this whole line is completely harmless for black, so maybe I should just take there. This is a bit difficult then. Or I have to play rook a7. I have to play rook a7 probably. Yeah, I have to play rook a7 here. Knight a5 was silly. Yeah. That was a silly move. I only took into account normally the sacrifices are like that, and then knight d7. Even that might work. But yeah, and this is also possible. Yeah, that's true. b5 is just a bad move. I mean, losing move actually, right? Okay, thanks for the game, Chess Blitz. It was no good. I mean, these are the games that actually in which I can actually increase my rating. Yeah, I mean, 3,150 is funny because they're a huge favorite against me, and probably that is not really the case. Okay, now I'm playing Patrick 1308. Let's go d4. Yeah, you can only play me if you are a premium member. That's one of the advantages of the becoming a premium on Chess24, that you can play in the Banter Blitzes. Let's see what black is doing here. Maybe e5 coming. Nobody plays the King's Gambit against Magnus because it's a bad opening. I mean, everything else is too nice. It's just a bad opening. White is basically immediately worse, and that is something that the top players cannot. I mean, they have problems against Magnus with good openings, and if they start to play rubbish, then they will just get annihilated even more. Yeah, 3 bishops c4 is even worse than knight f3. Black is immediately better in the King's Gambit, so it is a reasonable surprise weapon, like in a blitz game, but I mean, this is something that I would think can be done. Like if Magnus plays e4, e5, they could play the King's Gambit like once and see what happens, but he is usually well prepared. And the problem with the King's Gambit is that there are a couple of really hard-hitting lines that are good for black, really good for black, and there are also tons of lines that are fine. Like you can basically play anything and be okay. And this is the thing, it's not like it's about 1 or 2 lines or so. It's just like everything is good for black, or at least reasonable. How many hours per day have you been practicing chess in my early days? So that's tough to say, but a lot. I didn't do much else actually, just chess. On 3 bishops c4 in the exact bit King's Gambit, black plays queen h4 check and is much better. Maybe you find some draws if you are really looking deep with white, but okay, so in this game I'm in a nice situation. I'm threatening e6 now. That move was actually possible one move earlier, but b2 was unprotected, so I'm preparing this a little bit. And black, really? That is a playable move. Wow. So I have e6, I can take, I have bishop e6. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Everything looks fantastic. Threatening rook 1 e7 mate. Yeah, and here this I can simply take. I just wonder what's best there. Bishop takes, knight takes looks also pretty strong. Yeah, knight takes probably. King e8 was a bit more interesting. Okay, I'm taking this. Is blindfold something that all IMs and GMs can do? Yes, I think, yeah. Simply because it's not something you practice. You can practice that, but you usually yeah, sorry, I'm not discussing theory. Yeah, queen h4 is a great move against bishop c4 in the King's Gambit, and I really don't care what somebody wrote like 20 years ago. It's mostly just wrong. I have analyzed that for hours, you know, and I've written a chessable repertoire for black, e4, e5, and queen h4 check is fantastic against bishop c4. Okay. Okay, now c5. I wanted to go c5, but it's not so good actually. C5. He's defending this quite well. Okay, if I take there, take a4. Yeah, you don't usually practice something like blindfold, but if you look at chess all the time, you kind of get the feel for this. And he's just about in the square. Shoot. No, I didn't hear anything about it. There's a question about the German leaks when the play does continue. I haven't heard anything. But I didn't even hear that the second league is resuming in October. That was actually news to me. Yeah, I screwed that game up. Unbelievable. Unbelievably silly. Not winning this is kind of embarrassing, really. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should just continue here and not play rook e7. I just thought that is an easy win, but it is not so easy. Yeah, anyway, thanks for the game, Patrick1308. So who is challenging me? Maybe play Friedel. So the second league will continue in October. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know when they will or what they will do with the leagues below that. Okay, this looks, I don't know, fairly normal position. White is quite solid here, typical London game. Yeah. Not so happy, yeah, I don't know. I probably shouldn't have taken on f3 so quickly. There's a question. Why are the Germans so good in chess? I don't know. You could dispute that. The German national team is typically doing okay, but they never win stuff. Almost never. Oh, I'm sorry. I've not seen some of the chat. Sorry. But what German players doing okay at is usually we have a pretty good, let's say, we have a pretty good amount of reasonably strong players, let's say about my level or a little bit stronger, like the 2400s, like the weaker GMs and like, yeah, normal IMs like I am. We have really a lot of those. And I think this is mostly, wow, okay. No, I'm really liking my position. D4 is kind of weak. I think this is mostly because typically in Germany, you have people who can afford good training material, and they are usually well organized. I'm not doing this well, really. I don't know why all of a sudden A6 is weak. It's maybe threatening to take there on F6. I don't know. I don't see a direct win here. It looks pretty dangerous for white, but okay, now there is no immediate threat that I can see. Isn't the C pawn extremely dangerous here? I don't. Why does he have a decision here? Okay, let's go. Let's go pawn. C2. Well, I have to go there anyway. C2. What is he doing here? Rook A1 only move. Yeah, just he went in a bit of a I don't know. He got very slow is what I'm trying to say. He froze. That's a good way to maybe phrase it. Thanks for the game, Friedel. Okay, let's play Yup. Yup. Yeah, score is 23-3. Okay, what is this? That's a weird way to try to punish h5, going into a bad Sveshnikov. Okay, what? What do you say? And I am getting multiple games makes no sense to me, what you're saying. I have played 20 something games against Friedel because he's in my shows for 4 years maybe. And this is just far more opportunity than you got. Now, funny trick here with 94. Is this theory? Yeah, not for most people. For me, it is. I've looked at this weird stuff recently. Okay, I'm going to take here. And now. No, maybe just d4. Covering c6. Maybe this one. A bit more dynamic, not something like bishop d7 or b7. I have to watch out for the time. I have played Yup also quite frequently, but he's got a somewhat higher rating, and I want to have a bit of a mix there. Okay, I'm going to have to take that. I think this is okay because my bad bishop is protecting all my good pawns. That's a funny saying in chess, but it's kind of true sometimes. Tried to fix the pawn, and I have to be a little bit quicker here. Take that one. So I'll just take g5 then, right? Or is there anything better? I could go e4. I mean, yeah, why not? Can give a check again, or can take now. I mean, there's no reason not to take it. I could have done that one move earlier. Yeah, thanks for the game. Yup. Okay. Yeah, that's a funny idea. I recently looked at this. I know it sounds odd, but I did. And this is a funny tactical idea. Now 2 knights are hanging, and it's difficult for white to save them. You can take on g7, but that's not really helping all that much. Interesting is bishop g5 here. Anyway, so let's see who else is challenging me. Is there somebody new? FA1K? That's a new one, right? Yes. Let's play. I don't know who Chess Blitz is. Okay. Hello to Martin in the chat. Yeah, we can play if you challenge me right after that one. I know h5 is a troll move, but Magnus has played it. I don't know if c3 is good. That looks like an annoying reply. Well, white now cannot castle, and e4 is hanging, so you more or less have to play this one. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take. And now what? Strategically speaking, c4 is quite desirable, but maybe knight a3 is a thing. Okay, I'll just develop. Okay, so let's get rid of that double pawn. Yeah, it's true. Magnus lost with h5 against Ding, and it's not really a good move. I mean, I'm not trying to say that. It's just like, it's more or less a troll move. You shouldn't learn the h5, Rossolimo. Don't do that. I just sometimes play it in Blitz because it's not good, but it's kind of it is fun if you win. Nevertheless, let's say it's more trolling than anything else. Okay. On h5, the reply c3 is actually a mistake. Chess Blitz, it's not the best move. I did analyze that for real. I think castling is best. There are multiple ways for white to be better after h5. Unsurprisingly, it's really a little bit strange. Okay, so this looks a little bit like white is pinning himself. If I play g4 here, then, okay, what about the d2 knight now? I'm winning material. I'm not winning material. Ugh. Ouch. That was silly. Okay, bishop g5. Yeah, that is true. Rossolimo. Bishop c2, yeah, maybe. Rossolimo worked as a taxi driver in New York. That's what I also read. I also had bishop d3 there, but this I thought is funny because he has no moves. How does he move now? Bishop here. I really don't think you met Rossolimo in 1990. Wasn't he dead in 1990? I'm not totally sure there, of course. That game is pretty strange. I didn't play well, really. Missed many opportunities. Now I have some weird ending. What? That was really not good. Not good at all. Yeah, I have to play rook b6. But and I should never have an ending. Really? Rook c5. White is fine here, I guess. Oh man. I wonder if I'm actually equal. Probably. King g5, king f6. Oh man. a4, he's got rook a5. It's really sick. a4, rook a5, rook f1, check. I have no reasonable way to play this position. It's really quite crazy. No, this guy is not underrated. I just played like a complete idiot. Should have won that easily, really. And I played like a complete clown. Oh man. I sort of tried to keep winning chances, which is probably a pretty bad idea. Still, oh no, it's not a draw. That was odd. Yeah, but I did not play a million winning moves. That was pretty awful, really. I mean, I don't get me started. What I did, all the things I did not do. Bishop c2, okay, wins easily. g5. Now, and here, yeah, this is not. This is actually not totally simple. But probably I shouldn't take. Or maybe I have something better here. I don't know. I can probably take here, right? Yeah, that's probably better. Okay, so thanks for the game FA1K. Now, let me check. Still got 15 minutes left. So, Min Sabi 90. Many new opponents. Yeah, there's a prediction request for the final Giri versus Magnus. Interesting, really interesting, because Anish has definitely improved in the online rapid and blitz formats. I still think that, as usual, Magnus is the favorite. I actually think that the format, like having, we're talking 8 to 12 blitz rapid games, yeah, is actually fairly good to determine the stronger player. And well, we know that Magnus is a stronger player. That's not something really up for discussion. So I think he will just show that he's better. But of course, it's a really, really cool final, I think. Magnus wins by 24. That is difficult. So it's a super solid position here, but also very boring. I totally forgot to take your challenge, Martin. But I think I have to just keep that in mind, because I will have one game left here in the English language show after this one. I don't think this is worth for black, because there are so many pieces already traded. I can also do this immediately. And this is looking okay. He has weakened his king position also quite a bit. Rook h5 mate is the idea. And g4, queen d6 check wins a piece. Okay, it's not fair. This move should lose material, but it doesn't. It doesn't do that. Rook h5, king g1. This is still a good move, right? It's a tempo on the bishop, and rook h5, queen takes d3 is coming. g3 is coming. I didn't like the f3 move. This is just weakening white, I think, pretty much. Okay, give me the queen. Take first, think later. Sometimes a good approach. Yeah, thanks for the game. ML, is that an L? Sharby90. I'm totally screwing up some of the names. Now Martin, oops, that was weird. Martin was in the chat and asking about a game, and he's new, so here we go, Martin. With black. So we transpose it to an English. Sorry. Bishop g5 is a fairly solid line. It looks a bit... Is e3 correct? No. Ouch. Yeah, I know. It's always a little bit weird if you get accepted and you're kind of, ooh, no, everybody's watching my game, so don't worry, it happens. Okay, now knight c7. I just going to castle. No, there are no tournaments that I'm planning to join at the moment. Usually I would have played the open tournament in Ortenburg in Bavaria early September, but I'm going to cancel that. I personally, I don't like to play under the current circumstances. And if I play, it is not for if I play, it's not for, I don't know, earning some money or so. It's just like for enjoying myself. And I don't think I would enjoy myself playing under the current circumstances. And there are also some medical indications that I should be a little bit cautious, let's say. Yeah, thanks for the game, Martin Walgenbach. Yeah, it's always a bit difficult if you're like put here in the spotlight all of a sudden. Don't worry. Prethia. Is that a 3-minute game? Yeah, I can do a 3-minute game. Yeah, I know. It's always difficult, yeah? If you're in this situation. I always oops, no. The mouse slip. Okay, it's not so bad. The Caro is a decent opening. I didn't want to play it though. I wanted to play my usual Sicilian. Okay. It's always difficult if you're put into a situation that you're not used to. I have quite frequently been in a situation that when I was doing a commentary, for example, on site at the German Youth Championships, that I had people join me in the commentary for the broadcast, and they were oftentimes totally new to that, never did any broadcasting, any chess announcement, whatever it is. And the most important thing that I always say to them, don't worry, everybody understands that you're new to it and you're nervous. And most people do a fantastic job, really. It's just not a problem at all. But, you know, you're just in a different situation and you're nervous. Earlier this week, on Monday, I think, I joined the broadcast for the Chessable Masters, and it was funny. I was there for roughly an hour, and to join Yasser Saravan and Peter Swidler, which is already pretty nice. So, and then when I was in that Zoom call, all of a sudden Magnus was joining the call, and it was also kind of like, ooh, okay, this is a world champion. It was fun. And I got to ask 1 or 2 questions. It was good fun. But you're kind of starstruck, yeah. Really are. Okay. This looks pretty okay, right? I mean, I'm making up things as I go along because I don't know. I don't really know this opening. It looks okay. It's easy to play. Let's go here maybe. F3. Yeah, I wanted to take with the pawn here, so that I have knight e4. Maybe he should just take here. Yeah, take f3. Queen d7, f5 was my idea. Oh, just g4. Interesting. If I go queen d7, am I not just... Let's do it. Queen b5, maybe. Let's take this thing. And he just goes queen d5. Okay. Huh. Rook e1 is almost made, but not fully. Interesting. Most likely the time will be the decisive factor here. Rook e1 maybe. That could be an annoying thing. Rook e7, knight b6. Okay. Didn't see that coming. Rook e3. Rook e3 was interesting. No! There was a mouse slip. Shoot! I wanted to go king g7, of course. God damn it, that's immediately lost now. Shoot. Yeah. That mouse slip just killed it off, totally. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously nobody plays king g8 and goes into the back rank. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, I have to go here and then play actively. That was awful. Okay. Now can we play? Now I can only play like a bullet game. Is there a bullet challenge? I can do one bullet game, like 1 minute. Yeah, and this game of course spoiled all my rating gains as usual. Is there a bullet game? Oh yeah, now we got one. PP99. All right, so let's go. Okay. He gave me a nice center pawn there. Now that's even more stuff. Whoosh. Gift me the material, please. Ooh. All right. Thanks for the game, PP99. All right. Now, that was the final game of the show. And I'll be back in just like 2 or 3 minutes for the German language show. Please stay around if you want to learn German or whatever, want to make fun of my language, whatever you want to do. One thing to say is that I'll have a little bit of a break of 2 weeks while I'm away on a vacation, and there are no shows while I'm away. So I'll be back for more shows probably around the 20 somethings in July. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.